is our test rig that we'll be using to test all our motors, ESCs for our powertrain. So having a test rig like this will allow us to really dial in some of that data and allow us to get a lot more accurate predictions on how our vehicle will perform.
Yeah, so this is just like the motor mount bracket. So we'll attach the motor to this, and then we'll rotate and give us the torque readings from the two load cells here. The purpose of this test bench is to really gather a full data suite from all of the different sensors, verify all of the voltages, currents, thrust as well as torque. Next step after first spin is more power, basically. We just crank it up and see what it will give us. And we're going to do some incremental increases in power and make sure that we're approaching the limits in a sort of methodical way.
Well, yeah, kind of excited, but we've never tried the full system. Yeah, so we tested each subsystem individually, but we've never tried it as a whole system. So I'm a bit worried if something can go wrong because of my code and my GUI. Hopefully it won't be the case.
DC power supply is turning on.
So test point number 4, which is 50%, and output. Update. Today we spun the test bench up for the first time, which was a really good sign. So a lot of hard work and effort's gone into putting this together with the team.
Amazing. It's been a lot of work to get this thing built, but it's really good to kind of see that kind of payoff, and we're finally getting some data, which is really good.
So the new processes we've got in place is really setting us up to have 10 aircraft by the end of the year, allow us to have as many vehicles ready to race as possible. Yes, so version 2 of Mark III skins have really taken a lot of integration of the airframe and the systems into account, and really how we can make it more easily assembled, easier to manufacture, and just really streamline the entire process.
We have a nose, a belly, we have a canopy, and then the undershell is the final piece of the puzzle. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. If you look down the line, everything is like all consistent black. It all looks wet. There's no white spider web look to it, which suggests that there's no air in it.
Every pull that we get from our skins is getting better and better. So each part's getting more and more premium. Yeah, with the improved surface finish, we're looking at a much better sort of wrapping process of a vinyl wrapping. So a lot less imperfections on the surface of the skin, which just allows us to get that clean surface finish that we're looking for. I really want to see a red. I'm excited to see a red. I know that we're going for black and silver, which they're the staple colours and they're really nice, but I want that Ferrari red for sure. Performance is so important, but for the premium race series that we're developing, aesthetics are just as important.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Félix Perron, et je suis le designer chez Airspeeder. We actually started working on a V1 of the cockpit, even though it's a very basic version. It changes the whole thing because it's not a concept anymore, it's not abstract anymore, it's real. Yeah, it's a mix of an F1 car, a fighter jet, and a helicopter. My first goal was to make it look like a car interior. It's also quite related to the F1 world, you know, because the pilot is going to be sitting in the cockpit exactly like in a Formula One car, so very laid back. So based on this position, then I had to figure out the best position of every important element of the cockpit. So the two main joysticks and the most important features on the central hub. So I see the world differently since I work at Alauda and ASP. If you maintain a good balance of creativity and engineering logical thinking, you can actually improve your design process, you know. It unlocks some stuff in your brain, you know, which materials to use for what component of the body, you know, what thickness, what radius, at the end of the day have an impact on the overall look of your design. Especially nowadays when you spend so much time on the computers, the phones, the Zoom meetings and stuff like that, sometimes you wanna get offline and just you know, sketch in your garden. It's the best thing. It really is the best thing. It's pure freedom. I know it's a cliche to say that, but it's the case. You have a blank piece of paper in front of you, and you're free.